And good afternoon, and welcome again, everyone. This is the White Chocolate Podcast, and our prodigal son hath returned.
Relax.
Forthwith, though, yea, no. Will is back this week. That's Will. He's right over there. Actually, he's over there.
Hi, everybody.
And I'm Dirk, as usual, and
per usual.
And we're in BLG Studios 2.
We are
ready to record for you this week. A big thank you to Dave Braithwaite last week for sitting in with us.
Absolutely.
And our numbers were way down. I'm not sure what. No, I'm just kidding. No, everybody seemed to really like it, and so I'm really thankful that we could get something out for you. Hopefully, you liked it.
Thank you, Dave.
As well. So thank you to Dave. Well, we have been neglectful. We shall have been of our blackmail. We get a lot of feedback.
I'd like to just stop you real quick. If I keep looking down or swatting at something,
it's a fly.
This fly it's getting on my nerves.
I tried to get it before we started today because it's been flying around. So my air conditioner was broken for over a week.
Okay.
And I've had my door open.
Yeah.
And it's musty in here. As a matter of fact, it just shut off, which it shouldn't.
Yeah.
So who knows? Parts broken.
All the time.
Got to order a new this, put in a new that.
Sit on the cell phone for 3 hours.
Yeah. So anyway, to make a long story short, the door to my classroom I had to open.
Insects, bugs,
and we were just we were bombarded. Mm-hmm. It was like the plagues of ancient Egypt.
What were you going with the first word? What was this?
I was trying to remember how many plagues. Were there 7? How many plagues in the Bible?
I can't remember.
Okay, I don't remember either. 7 or 9? I don't remember.
Skip 8.
Aunt Mary? Well, how many?
Dema.
Yeah. Anyway. So here's some blackmail. We're just going to burn through this as quickly as we can because we have a long way to go and a short time to get there. Dima. I tried to categorize by people, so I don't have to keep going back and forth.
Okay, that makes sense.
Dima said, great episode. At this point, I have no idea which one she was referring to.
All of them.
I wanted to include it.
All of them.
We loved all the games, and I tied with Will on Flick Picks with 38. So this would have been a couple episodes ago.
Wow.
Apparently, Dima hit the Flick Picks hard, and she got 38,
That's
the same
impressive.
as you.
That's
so good. It must run in the family.
Must.
And we also agree. Oh, we also agree regarding the porta potty. So this was the one where we were picking how much would it be. And incidentally, we're doing 4 segments today, 1, 2, 3, and the last one. Mm-hmm. And our last one today will be Everybody's Got a Price Again. Yep. So Becky's come up with
thank you, Becky.
Some new how much would it cost things, and I haven't looked at it, so I'm excited. Susan Austin, one of our I believe she deserves, among some of the members of your family, a top. She is probably the largest contributor who's not related to one of us.
Okay.
In our comments.
I love that.
Susan Austin wrote, laugh at Becky, LOL at Becky for those hilarious and thought-provoking choices. Mm-hmm. Coach Austin is still struggling with the borderline yellow foods. So pasta and popcorn, he wasn't sure about those being included, which I get. And she thinks she could live off of just simply yellow cereal. Captain Crunch, Corn Pops, Honeycombs.
Pops. I haven't had Pops in a long time.
I bought a box this summer.
And Honeycombs are so good.
Yes. Corn Flakes, or perhaps investing time picking out only the yellow Fruity Pebbles. That's a thought.
That's a tough task, though.
She also commented, make me laugh is such a great statement. Dirk's budding command of German is inspiring.
I'm sure.
That was the stop him from flopping and far from pooping from a couple episodes ago. She also said, tough lists this week. Coach and I love playing along with you guys and really struggle with the music list. We're actually going to see Leonard Skinner and ZZ Top at Merriweather.
Love.
And she made me sort of regret because she
should have.
One of my favorite songs is Simple Man by Leonard Skinner. And she sent me a video from the concert of them singing Simple Man. So thank you to Susan Austin.
It's a great song. Give me 3 steps, Dirk. Okay.
I'll give you 3 steps towards the door. Love the idiom segment. It strikes a chord in her nerdy English soul. That backrest pillow in the last segment. Remember the backrest with the arms?
Yeah.
She said that was called a husband back in the day. I guess because maybe it puts its arms around you. So I forgot that. Anyway, in the college dorms in College Park, and she still calls it that. And then last week, her comments about vinculum and ictus. Vinculum was the word Dave taught me about the fraction bar was called the vinculum, and ictus was the conducting part. She said she couldn't help yourselves and just had to teach us something, didn't she?
You did.
Actually, the big dweeb that I am, I loved it. Great seeing Dave on the show. I completely agree with you that no other school I've worked at has come close to the level of camaraderie that Neilsville has, and it's something that I greatly miss. Great show. I got a comment from a former student who's now in her early to mid-30s, married with a child, and said, "Hi, Mr. K. Just here to show my love for flannel sheets. I was a year-round flannel sheet sleeper until I got married."
That's funny.
So it's fun to hear from an old student.
Love that.
Grandma Betty said, "Fun show, like the empathy for the fire victims when we talked about Maui."
Yep.
I did well with American trivia because I'm old, she said. That's her words, not mine.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that.
LOL a lot at the jokes. Keep up the good work. Hope your school days go well. Also, she said, "Funny, we should have lists about the house chores." She was listening while cleaning her vertical blinds. So cleaning vertical blinds would probably be low on my list.
That would be on, because they move a lot, don't
They
they?
do,
they sway.
And it's tedious because there's a lot of in between this one, in between the next one, depending on the material. Some are fabric. That must be harder. I don't know if you vacuum.
Are you, like, how thorough are we being?
Correct.
Because if we're just giving a quick dust sweep, that might not be as long,
not bad. Like a feather duster down the edge, but
a Clorox wipe would take a while.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see.
Air conditioning, back on.
Yep, back on. Aunt Mary, why not? It's 3:30 when everybody's going home. Aunt Mary said that, "Yes, Will, you're right. Uncle L did great on the history questions.
Of course.
And too bad that you forgot about the Honus Wagner statue in front of PNC Park, that you were there," she said.
We actually just talked about that on the way down to South Carolina.
Yep. She also said she loved the songs we picked. And I know the quality wasn't great. I'm going to work on that. I'm going to figure out a better way to do that.
It was a trial run.
It was a trial run. And once we get that sound, once the post-production crew figures out how to get the sound better, they got to step it up.
They do, but they'll get on it.
And then we'll try it again. Mm-hmm. She also said that she has a podiatrist in her neighborhood. This is from last week, whose license plate is Pod Doc. So we were talking about custom license plates and, what kind of people. Yeah. And so, whatever. But that could be I could get Pod Doc.
You could.
For podcasting.
You could.
My sister commented, "Okay, she disowns Will." I'm sorry, Will. She disowns you.
Join the club.
Maybe I can argue with the Hannibal Lecter series. This was back to our cuts of the movies.
Oh, come on.
She says she can argue with the Hannibal Lecter series because everything wasn't as good as Silence of the Lambs. But Back to the Future, Die Hard, and Indiana Jones, get out, she said.
How do you expect me to cut Pirates?
I don't know.
I grew up with Pirates. I didn't grow up with those.
I know. And that's a difference.
And I'm not getting rid of Lord of the Rings.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you. So anyway, she...
disown me if you must.
If you must. Shoot if you must, this old gray head. She also said she yelled at me too. So she was very unfortunate.
We're good.
She was mad at me. She yelled at me for picking Journey over Lynyrd Skynyrd.
Well, so did I. So
I know. We have that and she shook. She didn't just shake her head, Will. She shook her
SMH. No.
SMDH.
Oof.
I knew you'd pick Steely Dan and Fleetwood Mac, and I'm pleased you kept Queen, but no on Journey. Sorry, I told her.
She's not wrong.
I commented back. A girl I had a crush on in high school.
Oh, here we go.
Gave
with
me
the crushes. Come on.
Do you want to hear this or not?
I'm sorry.
A girl in high school that I had a super crush on gave me a Journey's Greatest Hits cassette tape for my 16th birthday.
Gag me.
And because she gave it to me, I listened to that thing until...
Got to put it in the top 5, I guess.
So it's just always held a special place in my heart.
If you don't... I'm
being honest, but I'll move on.
Before I start,
Obscene Chris from Texas said, "First of all, let's get a round of applause for the post-production team. I will let them know. We'll pass along your compliments to the post-production team. I mostly agree with Dirk's list of bands, except for one thing. She would swap out Skynyrd for Journey. I can only listen to Steve Perry for so long before it has nails on the chalkboard effect on me."
Actually, that 1,000,000% agree.
So you're with Chris.
I'm with Chris.
You should move to Texas.
Dallas. Here I come.
I think she's Houston, but I'm not sure.
Nope, can't go there.
Okay.
I'm wanted there.
Annabelle commented that this is totally off topic about your podcast. Former student, recent former student. But hi, it's good to see you guys keeping up with the podcast even during the new school year. I'm in high school now in my school's marching band. Thank you for being my band teacher who inspired me to join the marching band.
Love that.
So I love it when I hear from old students.
Absolutely.
And
hi, Annabelle, if you're watching.
I include that not to pat myself on the back, but just because it feels good. It feels nice.
It does.
And I love hearing from other students and what they're up to and what they're doing. And that's Blackmail, Will. That's it.
That's all.
1, 2, 3.
That's it.
Done. I don't know where you started that with me.
Well, I always, when we play the game, isn't it?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. The countdown always comes up afterwards, and it's just stuck around for years and years now. And now it's just 1, 2, 3. That's it.
So Will and I won't go into detail, but we have this game where we say something
It's not just us either. It's all pretty much our team.
Our whole group. But it started with, I think, you and Poppy, or me, you and Poppy.
Yeah, the three of us.
And we would, it vaguely references something in Spanish.
The trace of us.
Yeah. And so it vaguely means something in Spanish.
Yeah.
But we've I don't want to use the B word, but we've changed it. We've made it,
Yes.
And so, but
it's unrecognizable.
Correct.
Now.
And now what we say is we say it to kids.
Yeah.
Quick, and we in a question form.
Yeah.
Listen to that?
Yeah.
And they're like, "What?"
Preston loves this, by the way.
And
he thinks it's the funniest thing.
It is funny. And the kids are some of them are comfortable enough to say, "I'm sorry, what? I don't know what you're talking about." But others of them, they want to agree with you so bad they'll go, yeah,
for sure.
And actually what it came from would be something a little embarrassing if they knew what it meant.
Right.
But it's just funny to get them to agree that for something that they have no clue what they're talking about. And so, but we'll say that. We'll say to a kid, 1, 2, 3, yes or no? Like pushing them to give you an answer. So now we've done that to each other.
Right.
1, 2, 3, that's it. All right, here we go. Bracketology is our second segment, Will.
Bracketology.
First of all, I didn't.
How do you
welcome
have
back,
two hats
by the way.
on?
Oh, I forgot about how I have two hats on.
Thank you. It's good to be back.
Yeah, it's good to be.
Sorry I missed last week.
It's good to be what?
Some stuff going on.
Yeah, I had a little. All I said was family stuff, so I figured I'd leave it at that.
That's all right.
If you ever want to address it, feel free.
No,
boy.
No. We had a family member pass, so we were at a funeral and close to us, and it was tough, but family helped get us through it, and now we're
your
pushing
family
forward.
Sorry, I'm interrupting.
No, go ahead.
Your family has a ton of love.
Yes.
And I've not met the close family to the person who passed away, but I know you and your close family up here. And there's more than enough love for everybody. So I'm glad that everybody could go and be together and support each other, and prayers and thoughts to all your family members going through what they're going through. So now that you brought the show down, no, I'm kidding. I'm joking. I'm teasing.
Moving on, I guess.
Everybody needs a laugh.
Yeah,
you got to laugh or you cry.
Yeah, that is true.
Without going into details, some of the details that Will shared with me hit me hard because of my dad.
Sure.
So it's definitely a common thing. So many people go through losses, and it's hard. Glad to have you back.
Thank you.
No offense, Dave. No offense, Dave. I mean, he was.
You better take offense, David.
You know what? He was decent.
He was great.
He was decent.
He was great.
All right, segment 2 is bracketology.
Yes.
Segment 2.
Bracketology. We have not done this in quite some.
It was our first episode.
That's it.
And everybody trashed
1, 2, 3, 2.
They said it sucked. It was terrible.
Yep.
Never do it again.
Well, we're going to revive it right now.
But to be fair, the first episode, we didn't know what we were doing.
We still don't know what we're doing. We're just we're faking a lot better now, though.
That's a great point.
And
the first episode, we did bracketology, where I picked March Madness games.
Yep.
And we thought it would be funny because I picked ridiculous reasons to select. But then we realized it went on a little long. And for most people that weren't sports fans, it was kind of dead time. So we decided we would revise it and do just one bracket. We start with 16 things.
So much shorter than the 32-team bracket.
Correct.
Yep.
And we're going to do common things that anybody could be interested in.
Yeah.
Movies, foods, whatever it is.
Yep. Today I picked vacation spots or countries that we'd like to visit, either for vacation or to tour.
Perfect.
So
what's going to happen is Will. I can say words other than Will.
Okay.
Will present me with the bracket head-to-head matchup.
Yep.
I will pick one or the other.
Yep.
And then we'll see who wins. In the end, what is my favorite vacation spot? Do you think, or place to visit?
Or the one you'd like to visit the most.
Right.
Yes.
Do you think it's appropriate to read all of them up front, or do you just go bracket by bracket?
I would just go bracket by bracket.
Sounds good.
And I would love if people at home watching would play along as well.
And see what their final.
See what your final would be. Probably tougher for you all since you don't have the bracket in front of you, but if you can just try to remember which ones you picked, and then.
And we're going to take a picture of the empty bracket.
Yep, already did.
And I hopefully. The production crew has already put that up.
Yep.
So people can write their own.
Yep.
So I'll stall while you get a pencil and paper if you'd like.
There you go.
Or just pause us. They could just hit pause and go get it.
They won't do that.
Okay.
Nobody cares that much.
All right. Your parents do.
No, they don't care.
They'll do it.
Are you ready to get started?
I think so.
Okay. Yes. Again, these are vacation spots or countries that you'd like to visit the most betwixt the two of them.
Betwixt.
Yep.
Okay. I got it. So what you're saying, you're going to give me 2 spots.
No. Listen, please.
Okay.
There will be 2 options. that you can choose from, and they're going to be countries. Okay, you're going to pick one of those.
So I'm going to pick
right
between two options or choices that you're going to give me.
We'll
figure it out as we go.
You're getting it.
All right.
We will put up the pictures. Post-production crew will put up the pictures of the places.
I think that's appropriate
as we go along, so that way it can give you some sort of idea if you don't know what I'm talking about.
Hand-selected pictures.
They are
by yours truly.
I will try to.
Why do we both just point?
Okay. I tried to pick places from
the
different continents as best I could.
Okay.
So your first two options here. 1, 2, 3. Your first two options: Canada. That's Canada, for those of you that don't know, or Egypt. Right away?
Hands down, Egypt.
Really?
I am fascinated. I'm fascinated by the Great Barrier Reef.
All right, listen.
No, I'm just kidding. I would love to go see the pyramids, Cairo, the town, just things.
Did not think that was going to be that easy for you.
That easy. Canada's beautiful, like as far as like the country, the mountains, Rocky Mountains in Canada, my dad said was beautiful. The country's beautiful.
Banff National Park.
But I don't speak French. So I can't go to Quebec. No, I'm just kidding.
Why are you like this?
Canada's nice, but I feel like I can get close to that beauty in the United States.
Sure, you can.
So maybe not as beautiful because I think Canada maybe has an edge.
Yeah, I think so.
But
I've never been there, but I've seen the pictures.
And it looks beautiful.
All right.
But Egypt, there's nothing like Egypt in the United States. And I would
for sure.
Ancient. Okay, I can't talk this much on each choice, or we'll be here all day. We will. But Egypt
here we go.
is exciting.
3, 2, 1.
I want to see that lion.
Nope, you're done.
Okay.
Italy or Costa Rica?
Tough. So Venice has always appealed to me because of the waterways to get from place to place. Did I say something wrong?
Not at all.
Okay. Is this an inside joke?
Just for me. You don't even know. It's between me and DePa. Because I know as soon as...
Well, did I say a white word?
No, you did not do anything. And as soon as I said Costa Rica, I know in my dad's head he said...
What he's saying.
Yes, he said talking about getting a villa in Costa Rica. I know he is.
Oh, instead of living La Vida Loca like a joke?
No, it's from a song.
Oh, okay.
And anytime he hears the word Costa Rica, he always talks
about
a villa
in Costa Rica. Okay, good. So the waterways in Venice look cool.
Yeah.
The Roman Colosseum. I mean, the Roman Empire, there's a lot of history there.
How often do you think about the Roman Empire? Seriously, each week?
Less than once a week. Okay. But probably twice a month.
Okay.
Something will come up like... The width, I'm not going to go far on this.
Please don't.
Railroad tracks.
Yeah.
The bars, the railroad rails.
Yeah.
Are spaced at the same distance that the chariots were built. I saw
this on TikTok.
And it's that space has evolved through time that our modern day railroads are based on Roman chariots.
So there's a huge TikTok trend going around right now where wives are asking their husbands how often they think about the Roman Empire, and guys think about the Roman Empire way more than we even realize that.
Yeah.
Anyway, what are you picking?
Costa Rica's beautiful, though.
Yes, agreed.
I'll take Costa Rica.
Okay, wow.
With a villa in Costa Rica.
You better pick the villa.
Just because I've heard it's absolutely gorgeous.
I know Deepaw's picking that.
Is that? And they're known for the tropical rainforest, right? Yeah.
All right, here we go. Next one. South Africa or Iceland?
Like the country of South Africa?
Yes. Not just like South Africa, but the country of South Africa.
I'll go for Iceland. Here's why. Iceland, supposedly just absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
And if I were going to go to Africa, I think I don't know about South Africa specific. I would rather go to like Zambia or
I'm not going to tell you because it might be on the list.
Oh gosh.
Begins with a T.
Tanzania.
There you go.
Yeah, because I've heard that the safari, like the Serengeti.
So some of the best safari stuff is in South Africa as well.
It is. I didn't know that. Okay. So
from what I read, I've never been there.
Okay.
But I will put up the pictures and you can see it also. Don't start that with me. Next.
You never been?
Japan or Scotland?
Scotland.
Okay, right away. Castles.
I love castles. I love old. And Japan has old, but Japanese culture is never... Like, I know so many people are into Japanese culture. Not I. I've not ever hit
Fair
that.
enough.
Yeah.
We're moving to the other side of the board. We're going to move a little quicker on this one.
Okay.
Here we go. Brazil or Greece?
I got to think about my boy Jimmy Mance on this one.
Oof.
He says Greece is beautiful.
Those pictures of Santorini and Mykonos.
Should I allow my other choices to affect this choice? For example, if I go to Costa Rica, I don't need to go to Brazil, and then I can afford to go to Greece instead.
You can go wherever you want.
All right.
You have enough money to do it.
I'll go to Greece.
I would hope so. All right.
For the food too, it's a totally different culture than I've ever experienced.
Philippines?
That's pretty high on my
Switzerland. I'm big while Dirk's thinking. I am huge on Switzerland TikTok right now and Instagram, and I just get pictures and videos of Switzerland. It is
gorgeous.
Looks beautiful. Yeah. Anyway, go ahead.
Plus, they have the best hot chocolate.
Pick your country right now.
You
just can't help yourself.
No. Well, it's that girl that has the braids.
Gosh.
Swiss Miss. She's great.
I know who it is. You don't have to,
okay.
If you explain the joke, it's not funny then.
You're right.
Okay.
It wasn't funny in the beginning, actually.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Explaining it does no more damage.
You're right.
I'm going to pick the Philippines.
Okay.
Do I get a Y?
Not for me, but you can explain if you'd like to.
The pastor that married my wife and I, that grew up with my mom. And
you're married to a pastor?
Wife, yes.
Okay.
He was a missionary in the Philippines for about 17 years, from when he was a teenager until adulthood. Talks about just the generosity, the kindness, the love that are in Filipino people. Mm-hmm. And the food appeals to me, like lumpia. My dad makes lumpia. I don't even remember exactly what it is, but my dad makes it. He learned it from the Philippines when he was stationed there. Mm-hmm. Loves it. So the food, the culture, very cool. And I've heard the people, and even the students that we teach here that are Filipino,
that is for sure,
are just some of the sweetest
very
kids.
Nice. Yep.
So I would love to go there and meet those people. Plus, Mr. Bobby said that's the pastor. He said they're all shorter than Americans.
Yep.
So he said you go there and you feel like a giant, but that they welcome you and that they're very loving. So nice. I would love to go be in a place like that.
Very cool.
Philippines.
France or New Zealand? I'm married.
France or New Zealand? New Zealand.
Okay, right
easy
away.
For me. Sorry, French people. I like to pardonnez-moi.
Last one.
Speak French?
Okay. Last one.
Yes.
Tanzania, Maldives.
I'll go. I don't know much about the Maldives. They're islands, right?
Yes.
It's an island nation, and I know that they're beautiful. I just don't know if I know enough to make this choice very well.
This is why I said beforehand, I wish you had the pictures in front of you as well.
Since I didn't pick Tanzania or South Africa, can I get that out? I'll take Tanzania.
Okay.
And I did pick Greece, so I'm going to get some beauty in Greece, but islands are beautiful. So.
Yeah.
All right. Second round.
Let me take a picture.
Take a picture. So we're going to try to update. We'll put a picture of the post-production crew. We'll put up a picture.
I don't know why you keep saying we.
The first, they.
Yeah, they're doing it.
I'm going to get this fly, Will.
No, you're not.
Okay, you're probably right.
Okay, here we go. Second round. Moving right along. If you catch that fly, I'll be very impressed.
I'm going to catch it with chopsticks. Just like Danielson.
Here we go.
In the movie trilogy you cut.
Stab myself with my pen.
Yeah, you got to be careful.
Egypt.
Costa
Rica.
Egypt.
Okay, that's strong for you.
I love the pyramids.
You're not even really thinking about it.
I want to explore a pyramid, Will.
You're not going to.
I want to be Brendan Fraser in
Night at the Museum. I would have not laughed had I not looked at you.
Right.
Iceland, Scotland.
Iceland.
3, 2, 1.
I'm trying to be quick.
That's in the final 4 right away. Greece, Philippines.
Sorry, Greece. I'll take Philippines.
Wow. All right.
Oh, man, that's tough, though. I'm giving up Greek food, and I've heard it's amazing. You ever had a good souvlaki?
New Zealand.
Or? Mm-hmm. There's another choice, I think.
Yeah.
Is there one more there?
Yeah.
Okay.
New Zealand.
Yes.
Tanzania. Yep.
I think I'll go New Zealand because
these bugs are getting on my nerves.
Yeah, it's this one fly. He needs to perish.
Yeah.
Sorry, Aunt Mary. I know every creature has a reason to be on the planet. I'll go New Zealand because I'm a mountains over animals. I mean, they're both naturally beautiful, but seeing the mountains, I don't know though, man.
All right.
That's tough, but I'll go with, I might regret that one because seeing
it.
animals in their natural habitat and environment, I feel like that would be, how could it get any better than strolling across the Serengeti with a lion by your side?
Here's your final four.
Okay.
Not what I thought this was going to look like beforehand.
What would you predict? What would you think my number one was going to be overall?
I thought Tanzania was going to make it very far because we had talked about that a lot.
I know.
But
New Zealand, the mountains.
Yeah.
That's where Lord of the Rings was filmed.
And I did not think Switzerland was going to be out that quick. But I also didn't know the story about the Philippines. So Okay, here we go.
All right, here we go.
Egypt or Iceland?
All right, I got to think about this. If somebody offered me a free trip to either place, which one would I take? Iceland.
Is that your answer?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sorry.
Wow. Okay,
I'm trying not to, I don't want to think about it too long because it's going to be painful to cut. Iceland because the climate I'm going to enjoy better.
Okay.
And other than the pyramids and Cairo's so neat though to see the city.
Can I tell a quick story about Iceland real fast?
Yes, please.
So I was watching a show.
You've been there?
No, I wish. I would love to. I heard it's not a bad flight either.
You want to go?
Sure.
Okay.
I'd stay in those.
We'll see all. That's all we got for this week, ladies and gentlemen.
Stay in the glass igloos where you can look up at the.
That would be neat.
At the Aurora Borealis.
Yeah.
Anyway, was watching the show.
The Northern Lights. Well,
Zac Efron was doing it. I forget what it's called. Bebe would know. I don't remember what it's called. Anyway, he went to Iceland. He's exploring all these different places. Okay. One of the things they do in Iceland is on the beach, on maybe one of the beaches or a couple of beaches. I don't remember. Please don't quote me. But
every single beach.
No, there's a beach there that has black sand.
Okay.
And underneath the sand at a certain level is hot and it's warm.
Oh, okay.
And
like the water is warm or the ground?
The sand where you walk on to get to the water is warm underneath.
Oh, okay.
Like pretty hot.
Okay. Okay.
And I don't know I forget what causes it. Probably the volcano. Don't remember for sure. I'd have to go back and watch. Right. I just remember watching and being like, wow, that's really awesome.
That is cool.
They wrap bread, yeast in aluminum foil and they bake it in the sand.
So it's hot and black like I like my coffee.
Philippines, New Zealand. Three, two, one.
New Zealand.
Okay. All right, here we go. Two places that not similar in terms of everything they have, but mountainous. I know New Zealand has like all four seasons there.
Yeah.
Like on the island itself, I heard. Like there's beaches, there's glaciers, there's mountains. New Zealand, volcanoes. I know New Zealand is very mountainous and beautiful, and Aunt Mary's been twice and said it's so gorgeous.
Okay. You're tilting the room.
Well, I'm just telling you, I just don't. Okay. I don't know which one I would pick. I know they're both.
What's
beautiful.
the other one?
Iceland. This is a championship. This is it.
Should I consider the flight to get there? If I'm snapping my fingers and I'm showing up there?
I mean, you can consider the flight if you want to.
Because, I mean, a long flight, not as enjoyable.
Probably, but the destination is what matters. Right.
Well, I'm going to go to Iceland.
Okay. Wow. Did not expect that to win. Thought it was going to be strong.
Folks at home, where are you going to go? What made it into your brackets?
I had that coming out of that section of the bracket,
yeah,
but I did not think it was going to win. I didn't think it was going to knock off.
And would you take one last picture of it completed, and we'll save it? So that's hard because every one of those places, I mean, obviously the game is supposed to be hard, but every one of those places offers something amazing and beautiful and unique. And I would love to go to many of those. There may only be one or two things on there that I would say, no,
not
thank
for
you.
Me. Right.
Yeah. Every one of those.
I don't know if I would say that to any of them.
Well, I agree, but if it wasn't such a bonus to get to go to any of those places, then there's a couple that I'd be like, I don't really have a desire.
For me, the only two things that would be a deciding factor would be the flights to Japan and to New Zealand. I would struggle on the flights, but getting there, I would love it.
So here's the thing. For me, maybe Japan and France. I've heard, I don't know if this is true, I've heard that the French are not as welcoming to Americans.
Okay.
I don't know if that's true or not.
I have no idea.
And in Japan, you know my hatred of crowds and population.
I know you don't like a lot of people.
And there have been, and this is not, I'm not trying to sound at all inappropriate here, but I've noticed, I think, in a lot of Asian cultures, when I've been around, the personal space is much less achievable there or needed there. And I'm imagining just being in large crowds of people. Maybe I'm thinking of cities. I mean, I'm sure I could be in the country. But if I went to Tokyo and you watch the videos of the subways there and how
it's crowded,
and I'm overweight and I'm big and I'm already like want my own space, like I'm, so
that's fair.
Yeah, I think the crowds and maybe but I would love to see the Eiffel Tower. I would love to go. I would love to try some French food.
Cherry blossoms.
So
Japan.
In France?
No, in Japan.
Well, we can see that here at the reflecting pool down in D.C.
Are you in Japan when you see that?
No.
Okay, then.
But the only difference is they'd have an accent in Japan.
Just kidding.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, please let us know what you did. That's bracket 2 called Bracketology.
Segment 3.
See, it's called Bracketology. Just kidding. Now we're going to move on to segment 3. We each prepared a top 10 list for the other person.
I'm already not looking forward to this.
I told Will that I hastily grabbed my top 10 list. I wasn't very thoughtfully picked. But I warned him that it's probably hard. I think I should spot you 1 point.
No, don't spot me anything. Let me just fail.
All right.
And then you can win, because that's how I know you rigged the game.
Okay, Will, would you like to go first?
I'm going to go first.
Or shall Dave?
Nope.
You know what? I feel like I've ruined this whole segment.
No, it's fine.
No.
That's terrible.
All right, here we go. Missed the fly. All right. Go ahead, Will. I'm ready. He's
How
right
am I
on
supposed
top
to guess
of one
if
of
I don't
the
know what the
cameras.
topic is?
Oh, you want me to give you first? You're
I will guess first.
Sorry, my fault.
That's why. So let's just get it over with.
Will, these are the top 10
oh Lord,
most visited tourist spots in America. The top 10 most visited tourist spots in America.
Okay, can I ask a clarifying question?
I would love it because I
top
think
10 most visited tourist spots, like attractions, or like, for example.
Give me an example of something.
Do I have to say Statue of Liberty, or can I say New York City?
It is more specific than just a city.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
So it would be the top 10 most visited like places that are smaller than like 3 blocks or 4 blocks. Like it's a building.
So I can't say I can't say Las Vegas.
Some of them you could. Some of them are a little bit more.
All right. Let's just try it.
Okay. Some of them are what the place is known to be. Others of them are like a specific building or place. So some are more general.
Okay.
But I'll tell you what.
I'm going to guess the Statue of Liberty.
How about this? If you say a city, and that's not specific enough, but there are things in that city, I'll just say you need to be more specific. And that won't count as a bad thing.
Okay, that's fair.
That's fair. All right. So pleased to be beginning.
I will say the Statue of Liberty.
Statue of Liberty, not in the top 10. Excellent.
Disney World.
Disney World, the Magic Kingdom specifically, yes, is number 7.
Okay.
20.4 million people a year, according to this list, which is on, by the way, for anybody at home, this is a Newsweek.com list. So, Magic Kingdom in Disney World in Florida, 20.4 million.
I will say Grand Canyon.
The Grand Canyon, let me see if it's listed under anything. It is not specifically listed on the list.
And let's go with...
I feel really bad.
Don't, it's fine.
It's too hard. There's too many. I'm going to pick a better list next time.
Let's go with... Times Square.
Times Square is number 1.
Okay.
50 million people a year visit Times Square in New York.
Okay, that's cool.
I will just say that there are, all of these are in major cities. So you're pretty, it would be good to stick with major cities.
Okay.
If that helps. Or iconic places,
Sure.
None of these, I'll also rule out, none of these are like state parks or national parks.
Okay, cool.
Okay, they're all like tourist attractions.
What did I say already? Grand Canyon.
You said
the
Grand
Mist,
Canyon.
the Misses, Grand Canyon, and Statue of Liberty.
Statue of Liberty. Okay, correct.
And
I bet Statue of Liberty just because you have to take a boat to get to it.
Probably
it's not easily accessible. So I was thinking. I was surprised that wasn't on the list either.
Man, major cities. Let's go with. I'm
rooting for you.
Yeah, the monuments. Washington Monument.
The Washington Monument,
or yeah, I guess
is
not
on the list.
Two. You have to beat two.
Okay,
that should be easy.
Yeah, I don't like this. Number 2 was Central Park. 42 million people.
Wow. Okay, that's a lot.
Which I don't know how you measure how many people go to a park.
I don't know.
Number 3, Las Vegas Strip.
Oh, okay.
42 million.
So
that one,
Vegas wouldn't have been.
Vegas would have been good enough. I would have given you Vegas.
Okay.
Union Station in New York.
Yep.
40 million.
Didn't even think of a train station.
Golden Gate Park in San Francisco.
Wouldn't have guessed that.
24 million.
Mm-hmm.
Grand Central Station in New York. 21.6 million.
Mm-hmm.
Magic Kingdom, you got. Lincoln Park in Chicago. 20 million.
Wouldn't have gone there.
Disneyland Resort.
I was leaning Disneyland for my next guess had I gotten that one.
18.76 million. And the last one I don't know, Faneuil Hall Marketplace in Boston, 18 million. That's the only one I didn't know.
Would never have guessed that.
So sorry, it's only 2. I feel bad. I feel like I gave you. I thought it would be more iconic and a little bit easier. So
all right,
folks, did you have any guesses on there? Please tell us if you missed one. But I think that was a tough list. I feel bad actually.
Let me see here.
Now Will's going to give me
top
10 diseases procured in the Rhine.
No, okay. I have 4 lists on here, and they're all 4
pretty easy.
No, I wouldn't say easy, but I would guess that you would know most.
Okay, give me the hardest one.
No,
let's try to make it at least fair because I gave you.
I think they're all around the same difficulty level.
Okay,
I tried to make them all reasonable.
Give me the one I'm going to get the less.
Top 10. No. Okay. Top 10 most famous landmarks in the world.
Top 10 most famous. I don't know that this will be easy for
me. Well, then let me give you a different one.
No.
Let me give you a different one.
How about top 10 famous landmarks? The Eiffel Tower.
Yes.
The aforementioned
Eiffel Tower is number 1. Think
really?
Things. Yep. Think things like that, and you'll be just fine.
How about?
Sorry, give me 1 second, Dirk. 3, 2, 1.
The Roman Colosseum.
The Colosseum is number 10, so you have 1 and 10.
1 and 10.
You need one more to win.
Restate the title.
The top 10 most famous landmarks in the world. These are nothing that is
Big Ben.
That was number 12, 11 and 12 on the list.
Let's see. The Pyramids of Egypt.
Pyramids. Yep, the Great Pyramid of Giza is number 5. So you got the win there, but let's keep playing.
All right.
You only have 1 strike.
The Great Wall of China.
That's number 2. You're cooking with gas now. Again, nothing that is naturally made. These are all.
I'm sorry to ask you for the title again. Most visited.
10 most famous landmarks in the world.
How about How about the statue of Jesus in Rio?
Oh, nope. I think that was 13 or 14. Okay. That was on there, but that was a little farther down the list.
Okay. Do you remember the name of that? Jesus?
I don't.
Okay, I remember with his arms outstretched. Yep. It's beautiful.
In Brazil, yeah.
Let me think. How about the White House?
No.
How many strikes is that?
That was 3.
That was 3?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I forgot to keep track of my strikes.
That's okay.
How about the Capitol?
Nope.
Okay. Interesting. Golden Gate Bridge?
Nope.
Icons in the world. Oh, Taj Mahal.
Taj Mahal's number 3.
Okay.
Yep. You want to keep going? Or you want me to give it to you?
Yeah, well, I mean...
it felt like that was pretty quick since we both punked out pretty quick, so I feel like you can keep going.
Great Barrier Reef?
That's not an icon. That's natural.
Let's see. What do you guys say? A little louder?
Help me out.
If Big Ben didn't make it, I don't think Parliament would make it. So I'm trying to think of England. maybe not German. Oh, Neuschwanstein, the castle in
No.
Austria. No. Stupid list. Should be on there. I'll just take 2 more guesses
That's
and
fine.
then I'll
And
give
I
up.
can tell you if you're.
Let's see. The Great Wall of China. What is it? Is it? You said not natural. These are not
These are
natural.
all man-made landmarks.
Okay, then maybe I should. I was trying to think of like the largest. I keep thinking Niagara Falls.
Nope.
I was thinking large bridges, but I can't.
Don't.
Okay. All right. Well, just give them to me because I feel like I'm stalling.
That's okay. Number 4,
That's okay.
St. Basil's Cathedral.
Oh, St. Basil's.
Basil's? Is that what it's
Basil's? I don't know. Where is it? Does it say?
No. Well, it did on the website.
Okay, but you just okay.
That's number 4.
I don't know where that is.
So Eiffel Tower, Great Wall, Taj Mahal,
Okay.
St. Basil's Cathedral, Great Pyramid of Giza is number 5. Number 6 is the Leaning Tower of Pisa.
Oh, yeah.
Number 7 is the Sydney Opera House. Number
Okay.
8 is the Statue of Liberty.
Okay.
That's why when you started saying statue, I started going,
Oh, yeah.
And
Okay.
then you said the of Jesus. And then
Yeah.
number 9 was Machu Picchu. And then number 10 was the Colosseum. And then you said 11, I think 11 was the Statue of Jesus. And 12 was another one you said, I think.
I don't remember
either.
Machu Picchu. That's cool.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, it is iconic. That's what you're thinking.
Dirk with the win.
All right. Sorry about that. That was a tough list. I don't know. I'll come up with a better one next time. I rushed it. I was late today getting ready, so.
You were rushing?
That is segment 3.
Segment 3.
Well, when you go into the bathroom, you're American. When you come out of the bathroom, you're American. What are you while you're in the bathroom?
I'm not answering this stupid question.
The answer, audience? European. Okay, let's move on.
Why?
They come to my head, and I have to get them out.
If you just said audience and then not said it, it would have been funnier.
Do you think the audience knew it? I didn't want to leave them hanging.
I would hope.
So to speak.
Don't do that.
Okay. Segment 4.
Hit me with Becky.
Segment 4.
Hit me with
your
Becky.
best shot. Oh, Will, this is dangerous. The fly is right on my delete key.
Just delete it right now. Okay, that's crazy.
I missed. All right, here we go. Becky, segment 4, everybody has a price. Will, this is where you and I will be writing down how much we would charge from $0 to $1,000. How much we would charge. We agreed on quarters, I think.
Yeah. But
okay.
I'll try to keep it as
50s.
Yeah.
We're going to write down how much we would charge to do the following acts.
Okay.
And whoever is the cheapest in the end, while being realistic, wins the game.
Yep.
All right.
There were some tough ones last time.
There were, and I sent her a list of all the ones. She has ongoing interest in creating these, so I sent her a list of all her old ones because she said I just want to make sure I don't duplicate any.
That's awesome.
So here, hot off the Becky presses, and they are real because if they weren't real, I couldn't do this.
That is true.
All right, number 1. Only eat McDonald's for 1 year.
Oh man!
Now we've both seen Super Size Me.
Yeah.
And we've both seen, what's the guy's name? He's from West Virginia.
I already have my answer.
Only eat McDonald's for a year. Mm-hmm. Now, I think it's fair to say you and I both enjoy McDonald's from time to time.
Yeah, I mean,
it's not the best.
No.
By far.
By far.
But it's not distasteful.
All I get is McDonald's but I get the entire menu, right?
Correct. Chicken, salads.
I'm ready.
I don't even know what the rest of their menu is, honestly. All right. On your marks, get set, reveal.
I am, I couldn't do it.
Here's the other thing. I could probably do it, but the health benefit,
it would be terrible.
It would be terrible.
And I would feel miserable.
I've heard a lot of people say that.
I would feel terrible.
Yeah.
So I will take my loss right there.
All right.
And
well, that's only $100.
That's true. But
so you might
I would have been willing to lose because I was just going to be honest.
Okay. And maybe she wasn't thinking about the health ramifications or just the, because for some people McDonald's,
great.
It's enjoyable.
It is.
My mom loves McDonald's, but she doesn't eat it
every day
for
every meal.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Well, I don't eat a lot of breakfast, but anyway. All right.
All right.
How long?
I have 1,000.
Just out of curiosity, how long would it take you to
Get
be
sick of
of McDonald's? Do you think, honestly?
2 days.
Oh, I could make it longer than that.
Well, okay. So if I have the full menu, I guess
Yeah.
by the time I got through that menu, probably
I would say I'm really going to be out after a month, probably closer to 2 weeks.
Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't make it.
You don't think you'd make it that far?
No.
Okay. Number 2.
Hit me with it. Your best shot.
How much would it cost, Will, for you to audition for America's Got Talent?
Okay. I don't know what my talent would be.
You come up with something. Can you dribble a basketball?
I can so.
Okay. Can
I just, if I had a talent, how much would it cost? Or
no,
is it just
the way your body sits in this room at this moment, William? How much? What would you come up with to audition? Just have to audition.
Okay.
Why?
I don't think that would. I don't care.
Yeah.
So I would not.
It doesn't bother you at all.
No.
I would just want the money for my trouble.
Sure.
And I'll prepare something on my saxophone. I'll go in there and play it. They'll kick me out because I'm not interesting, and then I'll go home.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. 200.
200. So we tied.
Yeah, I don't think that would bother me that much. I don't
No, because you
that.
don't care what people think.
No, I don't.
You could do a stand-up comedy routine.
That's true. Just tank and then be done,
You could do or something like that.
or something like that. I'll just prepare me a couple jokes, Dirk, and then I'll go up there. What's wrong?
Nothing.
Oh, what's wrong?
Will,
Oh no. I don't like the way you keep looking at it.
I'm trying. I have questions,
Okay,
but
let's talk through it.
give up your vehicles for a month.
Okay.
Now, I don't know if that means we would borrow somebody else's vehicle or whether we'd have to go vehicle-less.
I think it's without without that form of transportation. Like you don't have any more.
Like people that take the bus.
Correct.
Okay.
That's an inconvenience, especially coming from where you come from. That's an inconvenience for me.
And that's a month, not forever.
No.
Not a year.
No.
A month. Now, clarifying question.
Yeah.
Could my wife drive me?
I think you're giving up your vehicles. So you're
I may not ride in a vehicle. Can I take the bus?
My interpretation of that is give up your family's vehicles for a month. So
Okay.
I think you can ride in others' cars.
So if I
Other
called
people's
you,
cars.
could you pick me up and bring me to work?
I could. You could probably take an Uber. You could take the bus.
Oh, Uber. Okay.
You know what I mean? But that's going to
Costly.
be very
From West
costly
Virginia.
from West Virginia.
Yeah, it will be.
But I mean, I think that is how
I love my
interpreted
vehicle, Will.
I-
It gives me my freedom.
that. I know.
All right.
That is okay. Here we go.
It lowered from when it first was said. But
Can I?
I don't like this, Becky.
That one was tough because that is a serious inconvenience.
I'd almost rather use a porta potty for a month.
Don't do that.
No,
That's
I
a lie.
I
Ready?
take it back.
That's not true. That would not cost you $800.
To give up my car for a month from West Virginia to here, how do I get to work every day, Will?
Okay, just take off. You have enough leave.
I mean, you could walk here. You live like 6 blocks from down the street.
That is an inconvenience, but I could hop on the 90 and be fine.
What's the 90?
I'm sorry, I could hop on the Metro bus and get down here. And
Yeah,
no
see,
problem.
there is no Metro bus that runs to West
Right,
Virginia.
Right. So that is an inconvenience in the fact that I won't have my own car, but I can get here and be fine for the month.
I might have just won the game inadvertently, but
Wait,
All
how
right.
did you win the game?
well, because that's $600 in my favor.
Wait, it's the cheapest that wins.
Yeah, and you had much cheaper than me
So how did you win?
because, yeah, you're right.
I'm so confused.
Can I
right
block
now.
this part out?
Okay.
I mean,
I
the
was
post-production
so
crew.
confused.
Wow. Yeah, that just lost the game. Thanks a lot, Becky. No, I'm just kidding. It's not her fault. But
No.
yeah, from West Virginia, not having my car. Now, if I was retired,
That would not be a problem.
$150.
Yeah.
Don't care.
Don't care.
DoorDash.
Everything.
1, 2, 3. All right. Here we go. Move to DC with your family. So I guess live within the city limits of DC. Now, there's no time limit on this. Should we stipulate a time?
Sure.
Indefinitely? A year?
No, how about a year?
A year.
Move to DC with your family
for a year.
That Dirk, I don't like that. I'm just going to be upfront with you.
Do we get to pick which corner of DC? Because if we're moving to Southeast, I might be in trouble.
I think we get to pick where.
So if I can live in Georgetown.
We move to DC, but we still work here.
Fine.
That's tough.
Yeah, but we're going against traffic.
Both ways. But still, that's a hike. And
compared to what I'm hiking now, it's closer for me.
Yes, for you. But nope.
Wait, I'd have to pull my kids out of school and put them in a new school for a year.
You would. But, yeah, you would.
Okay, got it.
Actually,
factually,
I'm going to bump this up.
I'm
going to be honest, and I'll tell you why.
Please tell me why. Now, okay, one more clarifying question.
Yes.
Do we get to return to our normal homes that we're in now?
Yes.
Okay, so it's just we're putting it on hold for a year. We're not like losing it and have to rebuy a home.
No.
Okay.
Even though you want to do that anyway.
Well, I do, but not in a year.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
Do you want to go first or do you want me to go first?
You can. Go ahead.
That sounds miserable to me.
Okay.
I'll tell you a few reasons why.
Okay.
When we go back to take Bebe back to her place of residence, she lives in DC, obviously.
Okay.
That traffic, getting through DC is miserable.
Agreed.
There are always roadblocks, or construction, or just swarms of human beings.
Yes, there are.
I hate driving in that DC traffic.
To you, DC is what Montgomery County is to me.
That's fine, but that's got to be amplified to the degree then, because Montgomery County traffic is nothing like DC traffic.
No.
So that just completely takes it. That is the worst part for me, is maneuvering around DC. And if I'm living there, most likely going to be venturing into DC.
You're in it every day. Yeah.
Most of the time.
Yeah.
Stores, shopping, restaurants.
So is there more to your 800, or is that mostly it?
What do you mean?
No, I mean,
no, that's why it's so high, is because I just can't stand that many people.
300 for me. And that might be a little bit of an under, but not by much. For 1 year. You know, I hate people.
Yeah, that's why I'm so surprised it's so low.
But I love New York City to visit.
Sure.
I wouldn't want to live there.
For a year.
But a year, not a lot of time out of my life. 1/50th of my life. My kids are at an age where being in DC, well, my son's over 18, so I don't know if he counts as my kid, even though he lives with me now.
I think he'd be able to do what he wanted.
So either way, there is so much cultural stuff in DC that really is. I'm mad at myself that I don't go to DC more often. There is a lot of wonderful cultural experiences in DC.
My wife and I talk about how close we live to DC, and we don't visit it nearly enough because, for me, it's because I don't like driving there and going there. But there's so much, like you said, history and culture.
I agree. New York City, for me, is easier to drive in than DC. Now, with Waze, much better. It'll route you and whatever. But before, when you were using road maps, I would rather drive in New York because it's a square. It makes sense to me. You know, your avenues are up and down, your streets are left and right, and everything's a square for the most part, other than Broadway.
Okay.
But DC has always confused me. I always get turned around, and when you come into like 7-way intersections, and designed that way on purpose,
and the
for what
lights
I've always
face
read.
Different ways than when you're actually going.
Right.
I don't understand it.
The only benefit is some of the streets are alphabetical,
that
like
helps.
when you're going down Georgia Avenue, so that helps. Mm-hmm. But they repeat because there's so many streets. So how do you know which alphabet you're in the middle of?
I don't know. I don't like it.
But here's the thing. Without making it long, I have gone to concerts in DC with my sister, going to the 930 Club, going to the, what is it called? Along the river in Georgetown, when you go south along the river below, like the Kennedy Center. What is it? The Wharf, I think they call it.
And Navy Yards
We
down
went
there
to Union Stage to see Neil play.
Okay.
And just the culture of the city is cool, and the food is cool, and
Agreed.
different restaurants is cool. So for a year, and God forbid, walking would be great for me. And you walk a lot more in the city. So I probably hated it first, but I think after a year later in life, I'd be glad I did it.
Okay.
Just to experience concerts, a game. I've never been to a baseball game in DC.
Okay.
Been to a Caps game, but I think you'd get used to how to get around better if you lived down there.
Probably,
you know what I mean?
Wouldn't get used to sitting in the traffic.
Correct. Yeah, but I think you'd probably get yourself a little e-bike, a little electric bike,
just a regular bike.
Okay. There's a lot of hills in Georgetown.
Why do I have to live in Georgetown?
I know it's a nice area.
No, it's not.
Okay, take that back.
Just kidding.
You could see your brother more often.
Who is that?
Yeah, that's a good point.
All right, hit me with the last one.
All right, the last one will.
I am pushing the limits here on my total. Oh no.
Not terrible,
okay.
But I don't think I think it's going to be a high number for me. Teach kindergarten.
For how long? The rest of my career? Because that's going to be a lot different than the 1 year move to DC or one school year that I have to teach kindergarten.
Let's say for a year.
Still don't like that.
I know, but it wouldn't be fair to say for the rest of your career because I only have 3 years left and you have 20. So
why
let's
do you
not.
why do you throw it around like that?
I didn't mean to. I was just trying to say it was unfair to you.
Okay, so for a year.
Let's say for a year.
Teach kindergarten for a year.
Can I speak? Teach kindergarten. Teach kindergarten. By the way, what are you doing Friday night?
Teaching kindergarten.
No, really? You busy?
What's Friday night?
Nothing. We're going to see Grace Spring Mills football game. You could ride up and go to the game.
Okay. I don't know what we're doing.
That's okay. It's going to be beautiful too. 75 has a high. It could be nice in the 60s for that game. It'd be fun to have you come up and hang out. Bring B.
Okay.
Teach kindergarten.
I'm trying to think of all the. So elementary school is a lot more planning.
Yeah.
Which is not terrible, but I would really have to gear that's a lot more papers to be printed, Okay.
You know what I'm embarrassed about?
Nope.
There's not a lot of difference. You've already written yours, right?
Yes.
There's not a lot of difference between using a porta potty for a month and teaching kindergarten.
Well, that was going to be,
okay.
I'm lower
okay.
than that. To me, that's not anywhere near as bad as living in DC for a year, to me. Like, I put that pretty high.
I think I would much rather live it. So you'd rather teach kindergarten for a year than live in DC for a year?
1,000,000%.
I don't think I would. Will, you know how many times a day, full day, little kids?
I live with one, so yes.
Yeah, it's true. But you're younger than me. Maybe that gives you an advantage.
They're
I couldn't
gross.
do it again.
They're
gross.
I have
Mr. Kelly.
I'm allowed to say that because mine are that age.
I understand.
It is
when they come in with everything just
dripping,
oozing. Will, do you remember what mine was what was the last one? Living in New York. Do you remember what I wrote for
300 or 350 or something like that?
300, I think. Okay, because I didn't write that down. So yeah, I don't have the energy to go back to kindergarten.
I understand that.
Right now, today, particularly, I had trouble with all of the times I heard Mr. K today. Okay. I was really struggling by about
you would hear
the next to last period.
Amplified by 100 if you were in.
Yes, and I just don't know if my brain can do that anymore.
That's fair.
I'm 50.
That's fair.
That's why I love your children, because I can come over and play with them. It's like what people say is the best thing about being a grandparent. You can spoil them and then hand them back.
Sure, that's fair.
That's why I love your kids, because you always apologize when I come over if they're talkative or whatever, and I'm like, no, I love it. But I would love it for about 4 hours, and then I would need time because I can't do that anymore.
I think
God blesses us with patience when we're young.
More used to it.
Correct.
Probably than you are,
100%.
Which is why mine was a little lower.
11, 19, 22. So my grand total will...
I have my grand total written as well.
We'll see who wins. Is 3150. Oh, that's not bad. $400 apart.
No,
that's pretty good.
That's pretty good. I was much higher on the DC and a little lower on the kindergarten.
Yes, and I feel like you win this game. We're close on these, but you win this game a little more often, which is nice.
Yeah, I
like that. I mean, I don't like it that
I
you
don't.
win. You like that?
Kindergarten, man. That would be.
You'd be tired.
I would be tired.
Think about kindergarten used to be half day. Now it's full day.
Agreed. I'm just trying to think of.
It's cute though. They're cute.
And they love you.
Crayon, yes.
And they love you. And that part I could do.
But
I
how
could
about
use
when
for a
little
year.
Jimmy cries every time he gets dropped off because he misses his mom?
I just tell him to go sit in the corner. He'd be fine.
Suck it up, punk.
No, I think I could. I think I could do.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
I think I could do okay with that. That part
with Billy crying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I could do all right with that.
What about Tabitha took Tammy's pencil and they're very upset.
Now she's glue stick. She took her glue
is-
stick back
right.
and was tracing on the wall.
Right.
They're not my walls. I don't care.
Well, that's a good
Let
point.
them color.
That's a good point. But you might have to straighten it up at the end of the day.
Pretend I do and then move
Yeah.
on.
Okay. Well,
All right.
you do that all the time.
Yeah, it's true.
Becky, seriously, I know I said thank you once. I'm going to say it again. Thank you for
I'm
taking the
not.
time to do this because you come up with some creative ones.
They're good. Thank you.
So thank you very much. You got someplace to be?
No, Micah
busy.
Parsons did something on ESPN and it just flashed across my watch.
Oh, is it important?
$5 right now. Micah Parsons. What position does he play? 3, 2, 1.
Do I get a sport or I just have to guess?
All right, fine. Football.
Okay.
1,
Michael Parsons.
2, 3, go.
Running back.
Tough break. No $5 for you.
Is he offense?
No, he's plays
Defense?
Yeah.
Right now. Brian Brzee. What position? It's the only football player I will ever have met in real life.
You don't know that yet.
I don't know that yet, but as of now, I'm 50.
What about when I go to the NFL?
That's a good point. Or your brother.
No.
Who's that? All right. Will, our joke of the week. It's a bad joke.
You don't have to say that because I know it.
I say it every week.
I know.
I just want to warn the audience.
Okay.
But it's not disgusting.
Well, I would hope not.
No. And I'm not going to draw it out as much as this joke can be drawn out. This joke, I can make this joke long.
Please don't.
I'm not going to.
Okay.
There was this high school dance, Will, and the boy wanted to ask this girl to the dance. He really liked her, so he asked her to the dance. To get flowers, he had to go to the flower shop, wait in the flower line to get flowers. Then he had to stand outside the car rental place. He was renting a limo to pick her up. He wanted to style it. Had to wait in the limo line.
Yeah.
They get to the dance.
Mhm.
He picks her up.
Yeah.
They get to the restaurant. Long line to get into the restaurant, so they have to wait in the restaurant line.
He's waiting a lot.
They are waiting a lot. They get to the dance finally.
Okay.
They have to wait in the ticket line to get tickets to get in.
Okay.
They get inside. They decide, would it be romantic? Get a little picture in the picture booth.
Oh, that's cute.
They have to wait in line for the photo line.
Of course.
They finally decide, you know what? It's hot in here. Let's go get something to drink.
Yeah.
So they head over to get punch.
Punch bowl.
No punch line.
That's just so. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, and with that, we end episode 28. Maybe we should call this episode The Fly.
Yeah, because it was everywhere.
It was everywhere
It was
the whole time.
all over.
Right. You know what the only thing it didn't do? I know you do, my friend.
I bet you do, my friend. I bet you do.
I bet you do, my friend. I hope Preston sees that.
He won't.
He won't. He doesn't watch anymore.
No.
Unless he's on, he doesn't care.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching, listening,
Absolutely.
passing on the word. We were at
Playing along.
98 subscribers last time I checked. I haven't looked since last
It
week.
dropped by 2. I just checked.
I don't like that.
I don't know.
But they can still, if anybody's out there and they haven't rung that bell, please have them go ring it. Ring it hard, ring it loud.
Okay.
And get us some subscribers. And pass us on. Get us on the news if you have any connections with any major news on the news. Yeah, get us on. Get us a tweet from ESPN, maybe Michael Parsons.
Who?
Sammy Parsons.
What's his name?
Jimmy Parsons. Michael Parson. If we got a retweet from him,
Michelle Perspiration.
if we got a retweet from him,
From who?
Michael Parson, we'd be famous. I mean, we'd be all over the place.
We would.
All right. Well, that's it. That's all we got.
That's all.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
All right. We'll see y'all next week.
Bye, everybody.
Have a good week.
No.